Okay.
Hi.
All right. So we should be live in just a sec.
Oh, it says on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening.
Get you. Okay. We are live. Let me just check the volume. And we're waiting for people to come in.
Sounds good. Well, I'm excited to talk with some folks tonight. I've kind of done my usual ritual of opening, let them know I'm here, and the those across the veil.
Right.
Um, are pretty good.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Exciting. All right. Well, the good news about setting this up is that it takes a minute for everybody to get in and see what's going on.
Mhm.
Get in and get settled. Let us know when you're here. Just say hello. I do have the chat open in Facebook in just a second. We'll just have to find it. And then we'll get started.
Sounds good.
I think I've figured out the whole um sound problem, but if we do have any sound problems, I'm sure our viewers will let us know.
Sounds good.
Okay. So, here's the event. Okay. All right. Okay, so I believe, inside the event. So, yeah, just let us know when you're here. We are live. Hello, everybody. My name is Michelle, and I am the MC, host, and producer behind all of this crap that's been going on for the last couple of months.
The mastermind.
I'm the mastermind, and I'm playing with my mustache. My OBS is disconnected and reconnecting, so why is it doing that? Okay, so we are reconnected. Amy says, "Hi, ladies. You look and sound great on YouTube. Heading over to Facebook. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. So the Facebook link brought her here to YouTube. Yay. I am, so my husband is currently watching TV, and I'm not plugged directly into the internet. So we may pop in and out. And I do want to let everybody to know that, especially when we're doing psychic readings over the internet, you have to be like really patient, because spirit, especially mediumship readings, because spirit loves electronics.
Some more than others.
Yeah, some more than others. So when loved ones come through, or spirit guides come through with messages for us, blah, things can happen. So, welcome,
Mhm.
Judi. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm really excited to tell you that you have an amazing lineup of readings.
Oh, good, good, good. I will say I'm not 100% sure who the person is for. I don't know if it's for Amy. I know Amy's here, but it's a the spirit that's here is a contemporary, meaning around your age, not a parent, not a child, a male energy that would have been either a brother, cousin, or close.
I think it is. So I'm gonna go on ahead and nope, not that one. Well, shoot, I should have probably labeled them. Okay, so this is for Shah. We're gonna go right forward. And Shaw wants to know, does Addie have any messages for me? But also somebody named Luis or Irving.
Mm. Um, I'm never really all that great with names, but I kind of get more of the energies and their personalities. So let me explain who I have, and Shaw, you can tell me if this is your person, because I think it is. Um, very dark hair, tall gentleman on the slender side, not like skinny skinny, but slender. Um, hmm. Oh, this is funny. He says he always thinks he's a quiet guy, but other people never saw him as quiet. But he did. He thought he was quiet. Reserved, and like he's kind of going like, yeah, I'm quiet and reserved, and like I'm like, yeah, other people are saying no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Because he's not alone over there. Um, there's some folks with him that are his ancestors, his family, people from his family are there. Um, what? Okay. Oh, he says he wanted to come in just because he's nosy. And he wanted to see, he wanted to say hello. So does that resonate with you, Shaw? Because is that the person that you had mentioned? Because I don't know if you had a specific question. Oh, he's got animals around him too. Animals, not just like a dog. But
So Shaw keeps saying that the sound is cutting out, but I'm listening on the other end, and I'm not getting the sound cutting out. It looks like you're coming in really good. So, let me see if I can turn you up a little bit over here. I do apologize if anybody's having problems with the sound. Let me know. We are still testing the waters.
so this is a person, he's pretty, I'm kind of like, he's pretty insistent that he knows Shaw, and that,
Okay, we'll stick with that.
um, yeah, because he doesn't want to let that go. I'm kind of like, I could, but he's like, no. So that's part of his personality, is sort of when he wanted to do something, it was pretty like there wasn't a lot that you could do to stop him. He couldn't be talked out of things. Um, could have gotten him in trouble from time to time, although he's like kind of a little not wanting to admit that, but admit that, if you know what I mean. Um, I do, either a friend or a cousin. I don't know if that's resonating. Um, and he's laughing because we're in Florida, and he's like, no, like I do not think he was from Florida, because he's like laughing about the weather and going like, "Is it cold enough for you yet?"
Oh my God.
Um,
So I just want to cut in and I don't want to interrupt what you're doing, but I have to give you feedback. Shah writes,
mhm.
she just moved herself closer to her Wi-Fi, but it still keeps cutting out and it's not anyone else cutting out. She said, which sounds like my whole existence with Irving. He is my mother's dad and he never really
Ah,
understood me. which is probably
Oh,
why
that's
he said
funny.
he was just kind of seeing what this was all about, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I don't. He may have come through in other readings, but never really like at the forefront. He would have come through in the background and may have not even been mentioned. Like he would have. Yeah, he would have showed up um, on the periphery in a reading before, but never come forward because it's like, I don't know about this.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
Well,
Um,
sorry.
was there something in particular she wanted to ask him?
No, I don't think so. I'm waiting for a response, and I guess we can have Sha if it's not cutting out too much. If you want to pop anything in, as we know, loved ones will pop in and out, so maybe he'll be available a little bit later for a question, or maybe someone else will come forward
Hmm.
for her. Um,
Yep.
in the meantime, I think what I'm going to do is, if you're okay, Judy, I'll move on to who's next.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, he kind of stepped back, and there's a more like a grandmother energy coming in. Um, ooh, feisty one too. Um, oh my God, she wants to run the vacuum in my house. It's hysterical. She wants to clean my house. So somebody's grandmother who was very, very fastidious, very neat, tidy, um, Spitfire.
Oh, that's
Yeah, yeah.
that's her grandmother.
Pardon me?
That's her grandmother.
Mm. Yeah, I want to know if she'll actually come back and run the sweeper in my house. Um, so
She's so
she's
bummed.
uh now we'll keep mm, the message is always there for her. Yeah, and she can have some time with me, like when we're when we're together doing some other work. Um, because I'm sure the thing about spirits when they've come through to me once, it's actually much easier for them to come back.
Hmm.
There's, like, no sometimes there's a little hesitation because they don't know me or they don't they're not sure about my process and how I work. It is building a trust level, and so sometimes people who come and see me on the regular, it's like their spirits are with me before they even show up with me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
You
Makes
know,
sense.
because they know me and they know that yeah, friends of mine that, like, they have, you know, people who literally just, like, come in anytime they want. Um, but, so, yeah, grandma just wants to say that she's really she's really happy for Shah, and she wants to make a note of her space. I don't know if she was one of the ones that posted, what your space looks like. Remember you
She
had us
was.
doing that?
Yeah, she was. Hmm.
Yeah, she said, "I really like that. It's very relaxing. It's very nice." Oh my God, she said you could dust every now and again. She's bossy.
My grandmother would probably say the same damn thing.
Exactly. But she just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Mm, okay.
Well, thank you. And yes, I am recording it. So I did let Sean know that I am recording it. So hopefully, we get the non-crackly part of it. Um, Next up for you, I have Deb. And Deb,
Okay.
actually, this is maybe like a message from her spirit guides because she wants to know what you see for her life in the next 5 years.
Oh, okay. Mm. The first couple years of the 5 years, um, that's an interesting word they're telling me. Restorative. It's about getting balanced. It's about, um, yeah, it's kind of, I can, that, Michelle,
Yeah.
I can hear, yeah, that's like a little distracting.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
good.
so sorry.
No, that's okay.
I
Um,
muted everybody else, but I forgot you can still hear it. I'm so sorry.
that's okay. Um, the the first couple years of and literally like the first 2 of the 5 years, Deb, is restorative. It's about rebalancing, it's about healing, it's about not making decisions in the first 2 years. About, beginning in year 3, you're going to start getting some ideas about where you're going, because there are some changes coming up in the 5-year period. And definitely I see changes in your job, and I definitely, that may involve moving because you're going to have more than one potential job. One of them will be local, and one of them will be about, would require a move. Um, and that's entirely, literally what your spirit guides say is either one that you take would be fine because you're going to wind up in the same space, the same, like mental space, meaning, you're going to wind up in the same space no matter which one of those two jobs that you take. Are they very different? Um, they're similar jobs, but they are different. So you have to weigh which one you think fits you better. Um, and one may be a relocation. Not a horrible, like not like a long, like you're not moving to Washington State. I don't know, where does she live? Well, anyway,
Hmm.
uh, she's
Yeah,
not
I'm not
moving
sure.
like, I think about it in terms like why Washington State came to me was that's clear across the country. That's like as far as you can go almost in the country. And it's not that far. The move would not be that far. You could relocate in one of those job offers if you chose. Um, Both of them will give you more money, which is a really nice thing. Uh, uh, and there's changes in your changes in relationships as well. Um, uh, like
Hmm.
I see a like a heart, so it's kind of a love relationship. There's changes in that. And what I'm seeing is that it goes deeper. If your whatever your relationship with your partner, if you have a partner, it's going to deepen. If you don't have a partner, somebody's coming. Sometimes it's hard for me to get those particulars about those relationships when it's online and I'm not in somebody's energy to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely, like, I'm seeing a heart, and that kind of means relationships, love relationships. So something is going to change in the next 5 years. Um, Again, not in the next 2 years. The next 2 years are about restoring you. And I'm not sure if that involves health, like getting yourself healthier. Um, but it's that, like, the word restoring just keeps coming up over and over and over again from your guides. It's like it's the restoring of every part of you, physical, mental, spiritual, all of it. For 2 years. And
Wow.
they said do the work, and that what the work is. Do the work, and you'll reap the benefits.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Oh, thank you so much. So I don't see Deb interacting, but like I said, this is recorded, so you'll be able to check back. Would love some feedback on that, Deb, to just see how aligned that felt for you. But I'll tell you, when you were talking about that restorative, like the hairs on my arms stood up, Judy. It's like,
Yeah,
ah.
yeah, yeah. Um, and that will happen. I think there's a sense of the not trusting that you can restore, Deb, and you can, and you will. You will be back. I don't know where you went, but you will be back. So that's what they have to say for you today.
Love it. Oh, thank you so much. All
Welcome.
right, girl. Well, the orders are coming in, so we're actually growing with people. I'm gonna go to Amy. Amy
Can you
actually has
get
a
my
question.
spirit cards? Yes.
Amy, so she wants to know if anyone has any messages for her, but she would also like to know if you or her guides, not her, if her guides have to tell you if they see her marrying again, like being married again. But she also
Okay.
wants to know if there's any messages.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's definitely a message about about spirit animals. I don't know if Amy works with spirit animals, but they literally just told me to get one of my decks because there's a card in there that's going to help her see things clearer. So Greg's getting my spirit cards. Um, mm, um, so there's a relationship coming, Amy. I don't know 100% if it's. I kind of see this on actually on both sides of it, that there's some reluctance of actually making it an official marriage, but it's definitely a committed relationship. Um, that's let me get a timeline for you. You you're going to meet that person in the next 6 months, um, and you're going to meet him in a weird way, like you're not you're not expecting it. You're not going to be expecting to meet somebody, Amy, but they're going to just be there, and you're going to be like, "Where did you come from?" Ooh. But yeah, it's going to be a very deep um, connection, but there's going to be some ambivalence about whether to make it a marriage. That's just what I'm getting. Remember, you always have free will. That's your choice and your partner's choice. But I'm not. It would involve a lot. It would involve a lot of discussions before you would move to that level. Doesn't mean you're not going to be happy though, because you will. You're going to be kind of like, I really enjoy this person. I really love them. Um, can't make can't make this shit up.
You can't make what? I love
It's
it.
it's the spirit warrior, and I don't know. I don't know Amy all that well, but as I pulled the card, and I love this artist, and these are beautiful cards. They're by John Mosley. He's a very wonderful artist. But as the card was coming out, there was an appreciation of Amy's creativity. Um, and along the lines of artistic, and what your guides are saying is they really want you to. I thought they were going to give me an animal, but they're leading me in a different direction. Um,
Maybe the man's gonna be an animal. Haha.
oh, there you go. Mhm. Oh. Oh, that's funny. They said he is. He's a fox. That's funny.
Oh, I love it.
So he's a fox, which kind of tells you stuff about his energy. Fox. Oh, yeah, not what the fox says. That crazy old song. Um, but there's a playfulness about him that will be refreshing to you. Um, but you are definitely, your spirit guides are like, want you to be doing more artistic endeavors, more creativity. Like I see, like, mm, allow the what they say is allow the muses to do their work. Stop shutting them down. Amy, are you shutting down the muses? They said don't. So carry a sketch. Oh, thanks. Carry a sketch pad, literally, because things will strike you at odd times, and just make some sketches. That will lead to something else. Maybe even how you meet him, actually, because he's got an artistic flair too, for sure.
Oh, good. She needs that.
Yeah. uh, yeah, because he brings out a different part of her, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like, you haven't had a partner that has acknowledged your creativity. Your previous partners were more about, mm, what they say is the business end of things, aka what can you do for me, Amy? What can you do for me? This guy's not going to be like that. That's why it's going to be a different connection. He's going to be more about connecting in the creativity and spirituality way.
Wow. She said it totally makes sense. And she said, actually, she wants to validate for you because she says, yes, I'm just getting back into my creative side, carving wood.
Oh, nice. Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, yeah. So the reason that they said to carry the sketch pad was not the actual sketches. That's I was not explaining that. They said carry the sketch pad because that's about ideas that you will have for carvings. So rough sketch it. Like, oh, I want to do this. I want to make a picture of, like, a,
Oh,
a spirit guide, So that, like, when the muses hit, it's always helpful to have somewhere to put that down.
oh,
Yeah.
she's going to be running around with a sketch pad now. I can see her. She's putting it up. She's probably on Amazon shopping for one right now. All right, we're going to move along. If you'd like, we'll move along to the next person.
Yep.
Are you good?
Yep. Good.
Am I moving too quickly for you?
Nope. Nope. We're doing good.
Awesome. So I've got Lisa, and Lisa is I don't know if I can give away who she belongs to, but she wants to know if anyone has any messages for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Right away. It's a female, an older female relative. Not 100% sure it's a grandmother, but it's definitely more like an aunt kind of an energy, but definitely an older relative or maybe great grandmother, I'm not sure. Um, and she literally was like, you said Lisa's name, and she was like, boom. I'm like, whoop, okay, gotcha. What do you want her to know? Oh, you want to know what she says? She says, you got some cleaning up to do. I don't know what that's about. Um, but she says you got to clean it up. Things are gonna things aren't gonna change until you clean it up, and that's the expression she keeps using. I don't. She says, you know what I'm talking about. You got to clean it up.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting.
yeah. She says she doesn't want to be hard on you, but she's been watching and felt like you needed a little kick in the behind, about getting started, getting going on this that you need to take care of. And she says, I don't mean to be hard, and I don't want, she reminds me of my Aunt Cassie. I don't mean to be like hard or appear like I'm mean. I'm not mean. I just see the potential roads that you can go down if you just clean this up. It's almost like there's a debris pile in the middle of the road and you got to clean it up before you can get down the road. That's what you got to do. You got to clean it up so you can keep moving forward. And she says, you absolutely will. She's very proud of what you've already done. You just got this little mess to pick up from. I don't know. I hope that
Hmm,
makes sense, Lisa.
I like that. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So actually, so in maybe Amy, you could help out if that makes sense, or if Lisa can give some feedback and let know. Um, because it made sense to me when I was hearing it, and I know right off the bat why she came through the way she came through, but I'll let Amy let you know. But it does feel like it was uh yeah, okay, I'm gonna be quiet. so so I am gonna let you know that just to because I think it's only fair, you know what I mean, is that um Lisa and Pam and Amy are sisters. And so the next question is for Pam. So, and the reason I want to tell you that is because whoever communicates with you may have messages for any three of those.
Ah, well, it's funny because as you were saying they were sisters, she was like, "Oh no, no, that's for Lisa." Like, no, 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 that's for Lisa. I'm like, okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
She said, Pam, she's kind of laughing, and she said, Pam's another another kettle of fish altogether. Which is an odd expression and one I never use, so I don't know where kettle of fish came from, but um, she's like, yeah, that's a whole other person. Oh my God, she said, I don't know what order they're in, but Pam is Pam's the one no one ever worries about because Pam is like, kind of just doing her thing and moving on along and um yeah, nobody worries about Pam. Did they call her Pammy? Who would call you Pammy? Did somebody call you Pammy? Because that's what I just heard is Pammy.
Hmm. Did your mom ever call? I mean, did the person ever call Pammy, Amy? And Lisa said, "Oh, yes, that makes sense."
Okay.
Oh, she said it makes perfect effing sense. Oh, that was from, yeah, okay, got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah. But she says on a serious note, Pam has a heart of gold, and that even though people think she doesn't need anything because she always looks on the outside like she's got it all together. Because she has a heart of gold, sometimes she gets hurt and she just doesn't let people know.
oh.
But she said she's actually spends out of all the three girls, she probably checks in on Pam the most because of that big old heart of hers.
Mm,
That she kind of is like, I gotta make sure she's not like somebody's not hurting her because she's not gonna say it. Pam's not gonna, yeah.
mm. Girl, you're batting 1,000. You're spot on. Pammy Annie is what she called her.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I like heard Pammy and I'm like, Pammy, what the heck?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
cool. Oh,
Um, what else do we have here? Um, so I'm not moving too fast on you, am I?
no, no.
Okay. All right.
They're
So
quick
we have
tonight. Like the messages are like,
they
there's
know
your message.
they know you're on a time constraint.
Moving along,
Okay,
moving along. Next,
move along. Next. Okay. So next one is Derek, and Derek is hoping to connect with loved ones.
Okay. He's got some guys over there that want to talk to him.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
yeah, it's a group of guys too. I mean, they're all ages, so it's not like they're his peers, all of them, because they're different ages. Oh wow, they're like saying something about like he they want to tell me about Derek. And they described that's funny. Usually you tell me about you. Um, but they want to tell me about Derek. And they say Derek is he's a team player, like literally, like he played some kind of team sport. I don't know when that was, when he was playing team sports, but that um he was very serious. Derek is very serious about working as a team. I don't want to let my teammate, he never wanted to let his teammates down. And this is something that they're telling me this because they want him to know that this is something that they appreciate about him. That he, Derek is never going to be he's always going to be the person that makes sure everybody gets included. That um, nobody gets left behind. If you were picked last for the team last time, then you're going to get picked first this time. It's all about like inclusiveness and having making sure people are heard. Is there something he wants to ask of them? And they want to know that because they were just so happy to tell me about Derek.
Um, I think his biggest question is, I guess he thinks his biggest question is, am I going to be okay?
Yeah, yeah. Um, they did say stop wearing your heart on your sleeve, though.
Mm.
Pull it in a little bit, Derek. Um, just because otherwise you're going to keep getting hurt. But like if he's got some concern about his physical health, they said, no, no, that's all going to pass. That's going to be fine. Well, whatever's going on with him physically, that's all going to be fine. I don't know if that was the question, but that's what they want to tell me.
Yeah, he does have physical stuff going on, and some emotional stuff. Um, he's dealing with a loss.
Yeah, he's going to get through that. He's going to be fine. Talk about it, share about it, but not to everybody because some people aren't safe. I don't know if that makes sense to Derek, but they said it should make sense to him. There's some people, and there may be somebody who he's already been sharing with that he's not getting back from them what he needs. He said they're saying don't go there anymore. Don't share with that person. Leave them alone. Find your people, find your tribe that understand loss, understand grief, and um and for you to remember, we're never very far away because it's a bunch of them. He's got a lot of like souls that are with him on the regular
Mhm.
basis. Like you're not alone ever. They're very near, and whoever passed recently, they they were there and brought him home. Mm, yeah, I feel very strongly about that. This group of guys, whoever you lost, Derek, they were there and brought him home. And know that they're okay. And you might not hear from them for a little bit yet. because it's a relatively new loss and they need time to acclimate to the spirit world. So they're not going to come just yet, this newly crossed person. But they will tell you that that person's fine.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you. I will let you know if we get any more validation on that one. Amy is like blowing up my phone with validation. You're just like 100% spot on. But I guess it wasn't their mother. So I was thinking it was their mother, and she said it was not. It was so that kind of
Yeah.
gave it away. Um, and
Yeah.
and Shaw's, hoping for her recording because as soon as her reading part stopped, um, you, she can hear
There
you.
might be a message in there.
Yeah. So I did see a couple of others come through, so I just want to look at that real quick.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I just have to find them. They showed up on my phone. No, I need to find it. Well, where are they? Hmm.
Um,
I know they just showed up on my phone. If you have
yeah.
anything come through, feel free to.
Yeah. There's spirit. My spirit guides are saying the next whoever's going to surface next, that to pull a card for them, and they're kind of insistent about it, like pull a card for them, pull a card for them. I'm like, okay, all right,
Okay.
I will. I'll pull a card for them. Let's see who. Mm, um, and that this may be something that if they don't connect here, Michelle, they will
Mhm.
listen. They'll be listening to this at some point because the time factor's kind of like giving me a weird feeling. So they may watch this later, and I just have to say that they will know that this card is for them by what card it is.
Okay.
I know that sounds really like obtuse, but it isn't. They'll get it.
No, that makes tons of sense for me.
And
I know they'll get it.
the card is the light spirit. Mm, this may also be for Derek as well because it's about letting in the light
Oh, nice.
and intuition, guidance, and vision.
Yeah.
Um, for Derek, it's really about you've been in a dark place and you need to let some light in, literally. Like if you're not in Florida, go find some sunshine. Um, not that we've today was not sunny at all. Um, but you need some sunlight, literally sunlight, Derek. But the other person that this card is for, who will know when they see it, it's about tapping into your intuition, and this is about visioning, like pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to what your intuition is telling you, because stop question my guides are like, tell her, her, him, I think it's a her, tell her to stop questioning everything. It's not like trust, allow. Somebody shared this with me a long time ago and it stuck with me. If I'm struggling, I'm not allowing. And this card is about allowing the light, allowing your inner light and your intuition, your vision to shine. Don't be hiding that. Like, tell people. If you have a hunch about something, tell somebody. Like, don't, it's not, yeah. Okay. I'm preaching again.
No, I love it. And I think that that might have been for Derek because his loss was his life partner of like 20 years, and
Hmm.
she passed suddenly, and he wasn't able to resuscitate her. And I think she came through when we were doing our pre-recording because he
Hmm.
said oh, like if you have somebody, like if somebody comes through, like I see their personalities like bubbly and this and funny and then the dog and he's like left with the pets and taking care of the dog. So that makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. That really resonates. Thank you, Judy.
Yeah. 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 Um, yeah. And I do think there'll be someone else too that card resonates with. But Derek, yeah, don't hold on to that.
Nice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You know,
I I have some validation for you. So this is from Deb. This was your
mhm.
very, I think your
Yep.
second reading. She said thank you. She agrees with you. She's trying to better herself, lose weight, get healthier, in relationship of 10 years. Not sure where it's going. So those are some things that I love it when we get the feedback. Thank you everybody. And I am getting like a lot of like chats going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Deb, that 2-year period is for you to sort of figure out where to from here.
Love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. So yeah, so I have found everybody that came through. Apparently, we just like moved through everything so quickly, which is wonderful. We have about 10 minutes left.
Oh, good.
Shah is saying, Loon Witch is saying, I should ask you if my mother has any messages or if my mom would come through, but that's kind of
Okay.
pressure. So,
No, no, no. Let me see. Let me see if I can get her to. She's a taller woman, not like the
yep,
little woman that was before. This is a taller woman because she's kind of like showing me very similar to my mom. My mom was, 5'10", and
yep. My mom was
there,
5'10".
yeah, there's that sense of oh, they're all coming. Oh, it's the Mother Society coming in. Um, oh my God. You know, I I have a belief, and I think many people that do this work share the same belief, I think. I don't know. Um, that when we meet in this world, that our connections over there meet. So
Yeah, oh yes.
my son knows a lot of them. And when I said the mothers are coming through, it's like my mom and your mom and her mom. And I'm like going, oh, the moms are here. I'm like, not kidding you when I tell you the moms are here. And they're like chatty and they're funny because they said, you know, over here, we don't have to do some things that we had to do on the other side. We get to do what we like to do. So some of us might like to cook and some of us might like to sew, and we get to do that still. It's a whole lot different over here, but we still, like they're not just sitting over there waiting for us to call them up. They actually have existences over there where they do things. And they kind of have this like it's like the club, the mothers club. I can't even like think of another way to describe it. It's like they all get together.
Like spirit
Mhm.
moms.
Yeah, and it's funny because they're like, we may or may not be snooping on you all. I'm like, yeah, I know you are. I know you are. They are. Um, but they kind of keep dibs on, like they keep track of us. Not they want me to make sure that I explain that it's not in an intrusive way. And they're not like kind of
Mm,
poking in to make us do different things. They just, it's kind of like, I loved you your whole life. Why wouldn't I come and watch you?
mm-hmm,
Because I still love you. I that didn't die. They want to make sure we all know that. So very different message for for her about that. Um, Oh, she just wants to sit with her and have like a cup of tea. Like just pull up, like it's the pull up a chair and sit. Um, and yeah, she says I actually do that, and you don't always know I'm there. She'd kind of like her to notice her a little bit more. Uh, Pay attention to smells because that's one of her. Shaw's mom lets her know by scents. She's going to smell her perfume, like meals that she cooked. There's going to be a whiff of it, and you'll be like, oh, I'm just losing my mind. No, you're not. That's your mom. That's your mom.
Oh,
And
her
she went,
grandmom. That would be her grandmom.
yeah,
And she does
yeah.
come through with smells. Absolutely.
And she said, I want her to, when she has that experience, I want her to sit still with me. I want her to connect with me. It's kind of like I'm turning the darn light on. Stop what you're doing and connect with me.
That makes so much sense. And I actually think that Shah, um, like her whole tea readings and all the
Oh, I didn't even
tea
know.
stuff,
Yeah, I
I
didn't
think
know
that
that.
comes from her grandmother. Yeah.
Because it's funny that I said she wants you to sit down and have tea with you.
Yeah. She said, yes. She always wanted me to sit still when we were together.
She still does.
Oh, I love it.
Some things don't change.
Oh my God. And she says, the light. Oh my God, the light.
It's like, yeah, turn the light on, sit down,
Oh my
have a
God.
seat, pull up a chair.
I'm actually getting to, I think I was there. Like, I think I'm having like this, like we had so many spirit experiences together, Sha and I, because we kind of pulled each other out of the closet about the same time, in our,
Hmm.
we had both kind of practiced separately, but then when we went to school together, but when we recollided, I think we were like in our like what 20s, were we, Sha, or 30s? I think it was our 20s. There was just
Oh,
so much
like
magic.
decades ago.
Yeah, there was so much magic around,
There's a
So
magic afoot.
she said someone has been turning the kitchen light on for weeks. Oh, it's gotta be
Oh,
her.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
be her.
Exactly. Exactly.
Amy,
That's funny. Yeah.
Amy was kind of showing some little teary eyes too. I don't know if her mom has any messages for her. She was like, she goes, I understand because she can communicate with her mom, but she said, I
Mhm.
understand why my mom didn't come through because she said, I don't need her to talk to you. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I
it's
have it.
funny.
She just said, I, I have a direct line. I have a direct line. Why would I go through the party line? I'm like, okay. Like,
That is too funny. And that's something that her mother would say too.
yeah.
And
I have a
and Shah,
direct line.
Shah said that that makes sense because one of the people that she first asked about was I forgot the name. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Shah. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. Addie, but Addie
Hmm.
is Doug's mom, and
Hmm.
that's her person. And the light, she said the kitchen light's been turning on and on for weeks, and she thought it was Doug's mom, but now it makes sense that it's her grandma. She just wants her to sit still.
Uh huh. Uh huh. That's funny. No, that isn't Doug's mom, but let me see what she says. Doug's mom does come through
Oh,
on
she does.
on a fairly regular basis. Um, but it's something outside. It's not in the house. It's something outside that winds up in a weird place. Like I swear I put that trash can here and now it's over there and I don't, but it's not the trash can, but it's something outside that seems to move on its own and I don't understand it. That's her.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
there you go, Shah. See, they're sneaking in now that you can hear what's going on.
they do that.
Oh my goodness.
Not like that they don't know exactly what the heck we're doing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they know. It's funny when you were saying that I was thinking, "Oh my god, like I hope they don't see me naked." And then you said, "Well, it's not like the inappropriate stuff." It's just I was like, "Okay, phew."
Yes, they said they're not intrusive. They're not. So that was the answer to that. They're not intrusive. Like they'll look the other way if you get naked,
Because you just
unless
can't
of course
unsee
they were
that.
nudist and then they don't care. Like,
So Shaw's giving you some validation. She said, yes, she does. It's a rose that blooms no matter what time of year it is. So that's what the outside thing is. So we just have a few minutes
yeah,
left. I don't know if you have any like tail end messages that are coming through that you need to kind of get out of your system before we finish up.
yeah. Um, I don't know if Derek's still here because it's definitely it's another it's kind of the um something about the car.
Oh yeah.
Um, and the message is about don't fret about that darn car. Um, you don't have to do anything with it. Just let it be for now. Don't be fretting over it. It's not something, it's really not that big a deal. I don't know how
Yep.
that makes sense, but I think he'll know.
It makes sense. Yeah. The car's been sitting there for since August and
Yeah,
nobody's done
not
anything with it. It's
yeah,
driving me
it
nuts.
doesn't matter. It don't fret about it. It's not that big a deal. When the time is right to do something with it, then he'll know. Don't
Okay.
fret. It will come to him. He shouldn't don't give it another thought, is what they're saying, is don't give it another thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let him know. I'll let him know that. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Judy.
Welcome.
Oh my goodness. So I hope everybody got their questions answered. If any others came in, because I did see like a couple of emails of payments, but then when I went into PayPal, I wasn't able to find them.
Okay.
So if those come through, or if you submitted to get a reading and you didn't end up getting through, we can either carry it over to our next reader, or I'm sure I can get Judy, I'm hoping, get you to come back on again sometime in the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love this because it's just, it feels it feels so important. I mean it's on both sides, if that makes sense. It's
Yes.
important for them to feel like they can tell you something, and it's important for you to hear it.
Yes. And I'm just putting something in the chat here. And it's for our Iron Goddess Summit. Speaking of which, like it being so important, like I just got so caught up in the throes of everything tonight that I just completely forgot to share like the whole reason around why we are doing this is to help promote our upcoming summit coming in March, and it is going to be, I'm sharing that now. So I'm sharing and talking. So y'all have to bear with me. Here's the link to it. It's coming up March 12th through the 14th, not the 20th, like I announced
I
last time. So that's March 12th through the
was
14th.
going to say I
It's
won't be there the
completely
20th.
online. I know. Everybody was like, what? My there's a link in the comments that you can follow,
Mhm.
or you can just visit us at irongoddesssummit.com. And it's a completely virtual event, and Judy is one of our keynotes. And the reason that we're popping on and doing all of these little mini readings is so that you can get a taste of what you will experience at the summit through these amazing keynotes. And let me tell you something, readings, that's just like the very tip of it. Like we go deeper. Like Judy is
Mhm.
doing this amazing keynote on life at, we haven't decided on the name of it yet, but it's
Oh
basically
yeah,
like,
it's getting closer. Today it was, it changes a little, but today it was grief, an opportunity for growth.
I love that. I love that. So, so her keynote is like all about that, all about like how to grow from loss, or or grief,
Mhm.
and grieving, you know, how to do it on your own terms, and Judy's
Mhm.
story and what she's been through, and she's teaching some workshops. She's teaching workshops, she's doing readings, and all of my
Mhm.
other girls are also doing that, and I'm just like absolutely thrilled. And listen, it's free for you to attend. So if you are looking to transform your life in 2025, don't hesitate. Join, even if you can't make it for all of the days. The recordings are going to be available for up to 24 hours after the event is over. And there's even an opportunity to do a little baby upgrade after, so that you can have all access to the videos whenever you want. And there's another opportunity to upgrade and be backstage with all of us. So
Mhm.
go on and check it out. The link is right in the bottom. I want to thank you, Judy, for
Oh, you're
joining us
welcome.
tonight, taking time out of your busy schedule.
Mhm.
So
And thank you.
thankful. Yes, and thank you, spirits, for coming through. And thank all of you for signing up and for watching and help hold space
Mhm.
and support this wonderful night. So I hope you all have
Yeah.
a great night. And you have a wonderful night too, Judy. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.